What is going on, guys? Krusty K's here from the Go Boys Network, coming with the MLB slate preview for July 12th. Before we hop into this one, I want to remind everybody you got all these odds at FanDuel Sportsbook. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into this one. First one on our slate, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Detroit Tigers. James Paxton versus Tariq Skubal. This one's real simple for me. It's Tariq Skubal day. Tigers in the first 5 on the money line. I love it. Obviously, Skubal, we all know he's elite. Probably one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. I think we could all agree on that without really any kind of argument. This is just a spot where, Paxton's been good, definitely. And do I think the Tigers have a hard time getting runs potentially? Because I don't really trust their offense. But I got to go to them here with Skubal on the mound. So give me the Tigers in the first 5. Our next one, the Oakland Athletics taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Hogan Harris versus Ranger Danger Suarez. For me in this one, it's a tough get to get the Phillies at minus 270. So I'm going to go with the Oakland Athletics team total under. I think they get shut down here. I like Ranger to just absolutely dominate in this spot. Feels like a team where he can really just take advantage of an inferior lineup. And I think, we see one of those Ranger masterclasses. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes 7 innings here and, allows no runs. Our next one, the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Carlos Carrasco versus Taj Bradley. We all know I love Taj Bradley. That goes without even saying. He's going to see a ton of lefties in this lineup, which obviously is his better split. But I'm going to be on the Guardians here on the money line. Like I said, I love Taj Bradley. His biggest issue, though, he gives up a lot of hard contact on the fastball. And, this Cleveland team, they could swing it. We know that. So give me the Guardians on the road here to pick up a win. Trop's a tough place to play, but I think they get it done. Carrasco's obviously a scary guy to back, but I'm just going to back these Cleveland bats, basically. For next one, the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Garrett Cole versus Cade Povich. For me here, this Orioles team has been stealing my coin for, 3 or 4 straight days now. And so as much as I want to back them against Garrett Cole, because I think they can get to him, I don't trust Cade Povich at all. So I'm going to go with the over here. I think Cole gets touched up by this Orioles team, even though their offense has stunk for the last 3 or 4 days. But this feels like a good spot for him to get him going. And I think Povich gets absolutely shelled by this Yankees team. So give me the over here.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Go Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Go Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Our next one, the Colorado Rockies taking on the New York Mets. Tanner Gordon versus Sean Manaea. The Mets at a minus 225 on the money line is hilarious to me. I don't feel like they're deserving of it, but I really don't see any other way to go. So we don't have props yet. I don't have them listed anyway, but I'm going to go with Manaea. I'm guessing it's going to be I'm hoping it's 5 strikeouts. I'm worried it's going to be 6 because of the matchup, but whatever it is, 5 or 6 strikeouts in the Mets money line should be about even money. And that's where I'm going to go. I think they win. I think Manaea is a guy, we've seen him, the slider, awkward arm slot against this Rockies team who just strikes out a ton. I think he has his way against this lineup. So give me the Sean Manaea, like I said, 5 or 6 Ks and the Mets money line, whichever one gets you close to even money. That's the line I'd be on. Our next one, the Kansas City Royals taking on the Boston Red Sox. Cole Ragans, and right now the Red Sox have not announced a starter. It's not going to matter to me. I'm on the Royals here. Lefties versus the Red Sox. We fade the Red Sox. It doesn't matter who it is. Now we get a good lefty. You saw what JP Sears did. What do you think Cole Ragans is going to do? He's going to have an absolute field day against this lineup, and I am here for it. So give me the Royals on the money line. They get this one done. Minus 120 on the road. I think it's priced appropriately. I think they get this win. Next one, Miami Marlins taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Yanni Chirinos versus Carson Spires. I am actually going to go to the Marlins money line, oddly enough. This is a gross one. Both these offenses really inconsistent. Definitely not a good pitching matchup either. But I just like the value here on the Marlins. So the Reds minus 155 on the money line. I know they're at home, but that just seems like a ridiculous price for a Reds team that I'm not sure they're necessarily deserving of a price like that. So I'm going to take the Marlins. I think both teams, they struggle. I mean, could they put up a ton of runs? Maybe. Will I be surprised if this game's like 1-0 going into the seventh? No, not at all, because we've seen it time and time again with both of these teams. I personally think there's going to be runs. I think we're going to see runs from both sides. But I like the Marlins to get it done. Like I said, I just feel like there's a lot of value here in a game that I feel like it's pricing's a little too drastic for me, truthfully. Next one, Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Chicago White Sox. This is undecided currently for the Pirates versus Garrett Crochet. I mean, it's Garrett Crochet day. Unfortunately, probably won't be able to take the first 5 here because it's going to be too juiced going against the Pirates. So we're going to take a different angle. We're going to go with the first 5 under. I'm not sure who the starter is going to be for the Pirates yet. I'm not super concerned, though. The White Sox offense doesn't really scare me. And I think Crochet has his way against this Pirates team. So give me the first 5 under in this Pirates-White Sox game. Our next one, the Texas Rangers taking on the Houston Astros. Andrew Heaney versus Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown's a guy we all know. I love this kid. I like the Astros here on the money line, honestly. Texas, they're starting to swing it a bit. Bats are getting a little better. But I'm not willing to buy in just yet, and I think Heaney struggles in this spot. You get a Houston team who's been striking out a bit more as of late. Hasn't looked as good at the plate, but they are coming off a couple big scoring outputs. So kind of like that to continue here with them at home. And I think Hunter Brown pitches well. So give me the Astros on the money line. Our next one, the Washington Nationals taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Jackson Rutledge versus Freddie Peralta. I'm going to be on the Brewers run line here. Brewers minus 1.5. Love Freddie Peralta. He's always been better at home. We faded him last week against the Dodgers and it paid off. But getting him back at Miller Park here, I'm going to be all over Freddie Peralta here. So I like him to pitch really well. Gets a Washington team who hasn't seen a ton of power pitchers, and when they have, they've really struggled. So I like Freddie to pitch really well. I think the Brewers get some runs off Rutledge, ultimately get some runs off this Nationals bullpen, and they handle this one relatively easy. Our next one, the Chicago Cubs taking on the Cardinals. Kyle Hendricks versus Sonny Gray. So Sonny Gray has not looked like the Sonny Gray we were seeing early in the season. This feels like a good spot for him, though, to kind of get it going again. You get a Cubs team who's been striking out quite a bit over the last 2 weeks. They were pretty good in the Orioles series, though, so it's worth paying attention to. But they've kind of done that all season. Like, they have these random series where they don't strike out a lot, and then they go back to what they've been doing. So this feels like a spot where they kind of go back to what they've been doing because they're going to see Sonny Gray, and it's obviously one of the more elite K pitchers in all of baseball this season. Hendricks, I think he gets absolutely shelled here. Give me the Cardinals on the money line. I love it. Love it for a Sonny Gray, kind of like a bounce back spot where it really kind of locks in, has a nice outing, because he's been missing that the last few starts. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick reminder that new users can bet $5 at FanDuel on any of the bets in this video and win $150 in bonus bets if the bet wins. Now let's get back to the bets. The next one, the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Brian Wu versus Tyler Anderson. I'm going to be on the Angels money line here, simply because, I mean, we've seen it time and time again with this Seattle team. They face these lefties, and every lefty they face looks like prime Randy Johnson for whatever reason. Now you get Tyler Anderson with that awkward, leg kick delivery thing that he does, and I think he can navigate this Seattle team pretty easily. Brian Wu's a guy who we know is not going to go deep coming off another injury. I'm expecting to probably go 4 innings at most. I'd be shocked if he goes past that. And I really think that, the value here is just on the Angels at home as a dog. Tyler Anderson's a guy who, he's going to take the ball. He's probably going to give him 6 innings. And I think he navigates this lineup pretty easy, I'm going to be honest with you. Our next one, the Atlanta Braves taking on the San Diego Padres. Spencer Schwellenbach versus Randy Vasquez. I'm going to be on the over here. I like runs. Schwellenbach's a guy who's got a high chase rate, but he's gotten tagged a bit. And Randy Vasquez, we all know, a lot of contact, a lot of balls in play. I'm going to see some heavy hitter lefties in this lineup too with Kalenic, Matt Olson. And I just think they do some damage. I think this whole lineup does damage, truthfully. So give me the over here, over 8.5. Our next one, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Rodriguez versus Ryan Nelson. Ryan Nelson just continues to impress me. I don't like this kid at all, but man, it's hard to ignore what he's been doing. So for me here, I am going to be on the Diamondbacks on the money line at home, minus 125. I don't love the pitching matchup, truthfully, but I think Yariel Rodriguez is not good. He's had a couple good starts against a couple soft matchups, and this just feels like a spot where he kind of gets that wake-up call. You get a Diamondbacks team that's really swinging the bats well, and I think they get to him here. So give me the Diamondbacks on the money line. I actually think Ryan Nelson holds his own here against Toronto, truthfully. They're in a tough travel spot. Definitely not a team I'm looking to back. And our last one on the slate is the Minnesota Twins taking on San Francisco Giants. Joe Ryan versus Kyle Harrison. I am all over the Twins here on the road. Minus 130 on the money line. It's a great price. Joe Ryan's been outstanding on the road, and there is no way that I'm not backing him here. Kyle Harrison, a lot of balls in the zone. I think that's going to be a problem against this Twins team. We've talked about it before. Their zone contact is through the roof. Really think they mash here. Really like them to get some runs. Ultimately like the Twins to win the game. That does conclude the slate, though. I went a little quick, but we've been rolling as of late. If you guys have been paying attention, we've been making a ton of money on these. So please, if you're making money with me, let me know in the comments. I love reading it. I love seeing it. I've had a few of you guys, DM me some slips that you guys have cashed. It's awesome. I love it. Couple things. Sunday, I did a live stream last week. I'm going to do a live stream this week on Sunday. It is at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, so noon Eastern Time. This Sunday, we're going to be giving away some money. So be sure to tune in. I believe we're going to 5 giveaway winners, I think it is. I'll have to double check with my guys. But I believe it's 5 giveaway winners. So be sure to tune in for that. You don't want to miss it. Plus the live stream, I answer some questions if you guys have any. We had a great time last time. Looking to do it again. My 3 best bets, though, for this slate, we're going to go with the Tigers in the first 5. Number 2, we are going to roll with the Kansas City Royals money line. And number 3, we are going to go with the first 5 under in the Pirates White Sox. So those are my 3 best bets. As always, you can get all of my official plays at goldboys.com. And if you have a gambling problem, don't want to hurt a gambler. Thank you, guys.